Welcome back to Miss English, the podcast that helps you speak real, confident English every day. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Alex. Today we're diving into something we all have, whether we like it or not, our daily routine.
This episode is a step up from beginner level, so get ready for some really useful idioms and phrasal verbs.
By the end, you'll be able to describe your routine like a native speaker, the good parts and the boring parts.
Let's get into it.
So Sarah, would you say you're a creature of habit?
Completely. I like to stick to a routine as much as possible. It makes life feel more manageable.
I'm the opposite. I fell into a routine during the pandemic, and I've never really left it.
Huh. A lot of people did. Do you think routines are generally a good thing?
I think so, up to a point. They give structure to your day.
Exactly. But they can also become the daily grind if you're not careful.
Oh, the daily grind. That phrase says it all sometimes.
So today, we're going to look at routines from every angle: morning, work, chores, and evenings.
Sounds like a full day. Let's start by learning some key phrases.
Perfect. Let's dive into the vocabulary.
Let's review what we just learned. Creature of habit describes someone who loves routine.
Stick to a routine means to keep following the same daily pattern.
Fall into a routine means you start doing something regularly, often without really planning it.
And the daily grind describes the boring, repetitive side of everyday responsibilities.
There's also a great expression, to settle into a routine.
That's different from falling into one. Settling into a routine sounds more intentional and comfortable.
Exactly. You settle into a new routine, but you might fall into a bad one.
Great distinction. These phrases will make your English sound so much more natural.
Now, let's talk about how our mornings actually go.
On autopilot, probably, in my case. Speaking of which, my morning routine is basically on autopilot at this point.
Same here. It's become second nature to me after years of doing it the same way.
It really is. I don't even have to think about the order I do things in anymore.
Do you ever try to ease into your day, or do you jump straight into things?
I definitely try to ease into the day. I hate rushing in the morning.
Not me, some days I have to hit the ground running the moment I wake up.
That sounds stressful. How do you manage that?
Honestly, it's just force of habit now. My body knows what to do even when my brain doesn't.
That's such a relatable feeling.
It really is. Mornings might be automatic, but work is a whole different story.
Oh, don't get me started on the 9 to 5.
Let's talk about that next.
So, do you still work a typical 9 to 5, Alex?
Yes, I clock in at 9 and clock out at 5, pretty much every day.
That's a very structured routine. Do you ever get bored of it?
Sometimes, yes. The routine can feel monotonous after a while.
I completely understand. What do you do to break the monotony?
I try to change small things, a new coffee shop, a different podcast, that kind of thing.
Smart. Small changes can make a big difference.
What about you? Do you have a typical work routine too?
I do, though I work from home, so my routine looks a bit different.
That must have its own challenges.
It does, mainly trying not to work all day just because my laptop is right there.
That's the modern struggle, isn't it? Let's look at a few of these new words.
Let's recap. On autopilot and second nature both describe automatic habits.
Ease into the day is calm and slow, while hit the ground running is fast and busy.
Force of habit explains why we do things without thinking.
And at work, 9 to 5 describes a standard job, while clock in and clock out are the actions of starting and finishing.
If your routine feels boring, it's monotonous, and you might want to break the monotony.
Excellent recap. Now, let's move away from work and talk about something everyone deals with at chores.
Ah yes, the never-ending list.
Let's dive in.
Nobody loves doing household chores, but they're a part of everyone's routine.
Definitely. What chores do you usually do during the week?
I try to do the laundry every couple of days, so it doesn't pile up.
I'm terrible at that. Mine piles up until I have nothing left to wear.
Huh. I also like to tidy up every evening before bed.
That's a great habit. I usually run errands on Saturday mornings instead.
What kind of errands do you usually run?
Grocery shopping, the post office, sometimes picking up dry cleaning, the usual list.
That sounds productive. I try to spread my errands out during the week instead.
That's probably smarter, actually. Saturdays should be for relaxing, not errands.
Exactly what I always say. Chores really do take up more time than people expect.
They really do. But once they become routine, they don't feel like such a big deal.
True, they become second nature, just like everything else we've talked about.
Let's quickly review these chore-related words before moving on.
Household chores are the regular tasks that keep your home running.
Do the laundry means washing your clothes.
Tidy up means making a space neat and organized.
And run errands means going out to complete small necessary tasks.
Simple phrases, but they come up in conversation all the time.
Definitely worth remembering. Now, let's talk about something we're all guilty of: multitasking.
Oh, this is a big one for me.
Let's get into it.
I feel like I multitask constantly throughout the day, cooking while answering emails, that kind of thing.
I do that too, but I've read that multitasking isn't actually that effective.
I've heard that too, but it's hard to avoid when you're juggling work and family.
Juggling everything is exhausting. How do you manage it all?
Honestly, some days I don't manage it well at all. I just power through.
Powering through is basically my life motto some weeks.
Mine too. Do you ever burn the midnight oil to catch up on everything?
Way too often, honestly. I know it's not healthy, but it happens.
Same here. It's something I'm trying to work on this year.
A good goal. Balancing everything really is one of the hardest parts of adult life.
It really is. Let's talk next about how to break up a routine that starts to feel repetitive.
Perfect timing, that's exactly what's next. So when a routine starts to feel repetitive, what do you do, Sarah?
I try to shake things up a little, a new activity, a new place to eat, anything different.
That's a great approach. I sometimes just need a proper day off to reset.
Same. A single day off can make such a big difference to how you feel.
Definitely. Do you think everyone needs their routine shaken up occasionally?
I think so. Even small changes can stop life from feeling repetitive.
What's the most repetitive part of your week, if you don't mind me asking?
Probably cooking. I make similar meals over and over because it's easier.
I feel that completely. Meal planning could honestly be its own episode.
It really could. For now, let's just say variety really does help break up a routine.
Couldn't agree more. Now, let's talk about something equally important: winding down in the evening.
One of my favorite topics. After a long day, I really need time to wind down before bed.
Same here. What does your wind down routine usually look like?
Honestly, it's my me time. No phone, no work, just a cup of tea and some quiet.
That sounds lovely. I really need to protect my me time more than I do.
You really should. It's a big part of self-care.
I agree, though I'm honestly not great at prioritizing it.
A lot of people struggle with that. It's easy to put yourself last.
Exactly. I'm trying to get better about carving out downtime for myself.
Downtime is so important, even if it's just 20 minutes.
20 minutes of peace can genuinely change your whole evening.
It really can. What do you usually do to unwind, specifically?
I usually go for a short walk, then read for a bit before bed.
That sounds like a really healthy evening routine.
I'm working on it. Let's review these words before our final topic.
Good idea.
Wind down means to relax after a busy day.
Me time is time spent alone doing something just for yourself.
Self-care means taking care of your physical and mental well-being.
And downtime is simply time when you're not working.
All four are essential vocabulary for talking about evenings and rest.
Definitely words worth using more in everyday conversation.
Now, for our final topic: work-life balance.
One of the biggest challenges of modern life. Do you feel like you have a good work-life balance, Alex?
Honestly, it depends on the week. Some weeks are great, others are a mess.
That's probably true for most people. What helps you the most?
Setting clear boundaries, mostly. Not checking emails after a certain hour.
That's such an important habit. Boundaries make a huge difference.
They really do. What about you? Do you protect your evenings well?
I try to, though it's a work in progress, honestly.
I think it's a work in progress for almost everyone.
True. At least we're all figuring it out together.
Exactly. A healthy routine isn't about being perfect, it's about balance.
Well said. Now, let's talk about what happens when our routines change completely.
A very relevant topic, especially after the last few years.
Sometimes life throws your whole routine off balance, a new job, a move, anything really.
That's so true. How do you usually adjust when that happens?
It takes me a while to settle into a new routine, but I get there eventually.
Same. I think everyone needs time to adjust after a big change.
Definitely. Do you find it hard to break old habits when your routine changes?
Really hard, actually. Old habits can be so hard to shake, even when they don't fit your new life.
That's so relatable. Change is difficult, even when it's a good change.
Completely agree. But eventually, a new routine becomes just as automatic as the old one.
Exactly, it becomes second nature all over again.
That's actually a really comforting thought.
It is. Routines might feel boring sometimes, but they really do give our lives structure.
Well said. Let's wrap up with a full recap of everything we learned today. Let's talk about something a bit different. How does your routine change on weekends?
Completely. On weekdays, everything is structured, but the weekend is a totally different story.
Same here. I love having a lie-in on Saturday mornings.
A lion is honestly one of life's greatest pleasures.
Completely agree. Do you try to catch up on sleep over the weekend?
Always. During the week, I never get enough sleep, so the weekend is my chance.
Same. I also try to properly switch off from work, no emails, nothing.
That's such an important skill. It's easy to feel like you should always be working.
Exactly. Weekdays feel so structured, but weekends feel refreshingly unstructured.
I love that contrast. It's what makes the weekend feel special.
Do you keep any parts of your routine the same on weekends?
A few things, actually. I still make my bed and have a proper breakfast.
That's smart. Some structure can actually help you relax more, not less.
Exactly. Total chaos isn't always relaxing either.
So true. What's your ideal Sunday routine look like?
Slow mornings, a walk outside, and definitely no chores if I can help it.
Sounds perfect. Mine is pretty similar, actually.
Great minds think alike. Let's move on to something a little more personal, habits.
Boo, this should be interesting.
Let's find out. So Alex, is there a habit in your routine you'd like to kick?
Honestly, yes, I'd love to kick the habit of checking my phone in bed.
That's such a common bad habit these days.
It really is. Have you picked up any new habits recently, good or bad?
Actually, yes, I've picked up the habit of writing in a journal before bed.
That's a lovely habit to pick up. How's it going so far?
Really well, actually. It helps me wind down properly.
I love that. I'm trying to cut back on scrolling through social media at night.
That's such a good goal. It's hard, though, isn't it?
So hard. I have to make a conscious effort not to reach for my phone.
That's honestly the hardest part. Habits are so automatic.
Exactly why they're called habits, I suppose.
True. Do you have any tips for anyone trying to change a habit?
Start small, I think. Trying to change everything at once never works for me.
That's great advice. Small, consistent changes really do add up over time.
They really do. It's not about being perfect, it's about progress.
Beautifully said. Habits really do shape our entire routine, don't they?
They really do. Alright, let's finish up with our full recap.
Let's do it. What a rich episode. Let's recap everything, starting from the beginning.
We started with creature of habit, stick to a routine, fall into a routine, and the daily grind.
Then, settle into a routine, on autopilot, second nature, ease into the day, hit the ground running, and force of habit.
For work, we learned 9 to 5, clock in and clock out, monotonous, and break the monotony.
For chores, we covered household chores, do the laundry, tidy up, and run errands.
Then, multitask, juggle, power through, and burn the midnight oil.
For evenings, we learned wind down, me time, self-care, downtime, and work-life balance.
For weekends, we learned lion, catch up on sleep, and switch off.
And for habits, we learned kick a habit, bad habit, pick up a habit, cut back on, and make a conscious effort.
That is an incredible amount of vocabulary for one episode. Try to pick 3 or 4 to start using this week.
The more you practice these phrases in real conversations, the more natural they will feel.
And every new phrase you use brings you one step closer to true fluency.
Thank you so much for watching episode 25 of Miss English.
If this episode helped you talk about your routine more naturally, please subscribe and share it with a friend.
New episodes every week. Until next time, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep growing.
Bye for now, everyone. See you in the next episode of Miss English.